notes for 5-7. We're starting off with example 1, but there's a few things I forgot to talk about in 5-7 because I wouldn't be me if I didn't forget things or leave things out. It's not funny. It's fine. Whatever. So when we're talking about, again, we're using our unit rate. When we're seeing those ugly repeating decimals, we're leaving them as fractions. We are not rounding. Do not round. Just wanted to add that in there because that's important. And I just wanted to give you some examples. So, your equation examples could be something like y equals 2 1/3 x. It could be, remember, they don't have to be x and y. It could be something like a equals 1/3 b. Again, they're just going to be a fraction this time. So example 1, Jenny is a member of the swim team. Good job, Jenny! So we have Jenny's swim graph here, which is a little blurry, but you can still make sense of it. So down here we have time swam in minutes, time swam. And up here we have calories burned. So she's burning calories when she's swimming, which makes sense because swimming's a lot of work. So how many calories does she burn in 1 minute? And so this is the big thing here that you're going to focus on when you're doing these. When you're doing these problems, you want to focus on using a readable point on the graph. Then just simplify. So again, I'm just going to reiterate that up here, right, real quick. Use a readable point. Use a readable point. So how many calories can she burn in 1 minute? So the reason we have to use a readable point is because I don't know exactly where 1 is here. Let's say that maybe this dot right here is, but I can't tell exactly what value that is on the y-axis. So anything we would say would be a guess, and that's not 100% accurate, and we don't guess in math, we figure it out. So readable point, where's one of these points not readable? Not readable. readable. Not readable. But this one's readable, peeps. Readable. And I know that because it's right on one of the intersections. It's right on one of the grid lines. I can tell exactly that is at, oh my goodness, my hands are always in the way. I can tell that is exactly at 15 and 100. So I'm going to use that. So how many calories does she burn in 1 minute? That's calories per minutes. So calories was 100 from my readable point, and 15 was my minutes. And so now we use the readable point, made the fraction. Now we're just going to simplify. So what goes into both 100 and 15 that I can simplify by? That would be 5. So 100 divided by 5 is 20 because 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. And 15 divided by 5 is 3 because 5, 10, 15. So, boom. Now, this is where, and we can tell if we were to jump to our calculator real quick, 20 divide 3, ugly repeating decimal, so we have to leave it as the fraction of 20 over 3. If you want, you can turn it into a mixed number because that might make more sense. So 3 goes into 20, let's see, 3 times 7 is 21, so 3 times 6 is 18, 19, 20, so 6 2/3 calories per minute. And again, I'm getting those labels right from the fraction that I set up. Okay, we're going to keep going. Write an equation to model this relationship. So again, the equation y equals kx, I'm filling in the k, which is the unit rate. So y equals 6 2/3 x. Or in this case, because they're giving me variables to use, they're telling me C and T, I could do the calories is equal to 6 2/3 calorie per time in minutes. Either one would work. Part C. How long will it take Jenny to burn off a 480 calorie smoothie that she had for breakfast? Smoothies! So calories is on the y-axis, or the C if you have the variable switched. So I'm going to plug that 480 into C or into y, whichever one you want to use. 6 2/3 times x. So I need to divide both sides by the 6 2/3, which I'm actually just going to quickly turn that back into 20/3. So now I can actually just go ahead and multiply by the reciprocal. Flippity floppity reciprocal. Sorry, I'm being a little cray this morning. Don't apologize. Okay. So 480 times 3 divide 20. You see how I put that in there? See how I did that? See how I did that? So I should be getting 72, which you would get the long way also. 480 times 3 is equal to, I ran out of room, is equal to 1440 divided by 20 is equal to x. Divide by 20 is going to be 72. So how many minutes? How long? 72 minutes. Bloop. And that we have, ladies and gents, theys and thems, peeps, and the peanut gallery, example 1.